Welcome back to Listen to the Words.
You almost said BPD podcast, didn't you?
I almost slipped up. I really almost did. So for those of you that don't know, I hosted a award-winning podcast before this one. It's called the BPD podcast. It's a borderline personality disorder podcast.
Yep.
We interviewed heavy hitters in the music industry. We interviewed
all with bipolar.
No. The BPD podcast was Kelly's invention, the Big Papa Drizzy.
Yeah. It wasn't my invention. The name,
you came up with the name.
I came up with the name.
But we actually did interview we interviewed a band.
Yeah.
Delfino.
Uh-huh.
Also, we interviewed Pool Stick Guitar from TikTok. And Marcus Pennington, who has his own podcast. I'm going to try to get on his podcast. I'm going to try to. It's a Spotify exclusive, too. So, and last but not least, we interviewed the lead singer of Matchbook Romance. My favorite band of all time.
That was pretty cool.
It was pretty cool.
It was fun.
He thought you were cool.
Yeah, I know.
I told him that one of his performances sucked.
Well, he agreed.
Yeah, he was like, yeah, it was.
He was going down the path of saying that it sucked.
And I finalized it.
Yeah.
Because even my best friend Jose was like, dude, you told Andy that his performance sucked? And I was like, yeah, I did. But it shouldn't surprise Jose because that's just the way I am. I'm just blunt.
Yeah, but I mean, he knew.
He knew it wasn't
bad.
that good.
He was sick and,
yeah,
So.
I told him, I was like, dude, your performance and that DVD sucked. And he's like,
emotional, damn it.
But anyway, now we retired that show a few months ago. We would discuss different topics and different artists and different songs, but this one's we focused a little bit better with this one, a little more better, more gooder.
More gooder.
We decided to focus on a song, look at the history of the song, and see what it means and how we interpret it as a listener.
Which we kind of did that with BPD, but we did multiple songs at a time. We did albums.
It was just, and then the show turned into 40 hour and a half episodes, 2 hour episodes, and it's too much. I mean, even me personally, as I listen to podcasts, I've told you before, I listen to a podcast. I'm not going to mention who it is because I don't want to trash it. Because God forbid I end up on their podcast at some point in time. But they've crossed the threshold of 2 hour podcasts, I bail.
I can't listen to people talk about nothing,
and they just ramble.
2 hours,
and they just ramble too. So I'm like,
I can't do that.
I love the guy said that. I listen. I listen to their podcast, and it takes me like 3 or 4 days just to listen to it.
Yeah.
So I figured, with this new format, half an hour, 45 minutes tops. Yeah. I think it's a little easier to digest.
It's more gooder.
More gooder. You can listen to it on the drive, on your drive to work.
Yeah.
Other half on the way back.
Yeah. And
the way we split it up, where we do our with being an Anchor exclusive, Spotify exclusive, you can hear parts of the song too.
Yep.
So we used to be on multiple platforms with the BPD podcast, so we had a bigger audience. But with this one, I want to do the podcast incorporating the songs that we're talking about.
Yeah, because we did incorporate songs before, but we were always
highly illegal.
We were always afraid we were going to get sued. So
with this one, Spotify Anchor has a deal with Spotify. Spotify owns Anchor.
Yeah.
So with that being the case, you're allowed to use anything that's in the Spotify library, which I wish I had known a little bit better that Garth Brooks does not allow his music to be on Spotify. So I had to play a cover of Thunder Rolls on last week's episode.
Yeah.
But that's few and far between. I think Kanye doesn't do streaming services.
Well,
but
don't
whatever.
plan on talking about Kanye
I want to do Through the Wire.
No.
Or Jesus Walks.
No.
Jesus Walks.
No.
Anyway, but with this specific platform, we're able to play the songs legally. And if you have Spotify Premium, you're able to listen to the whole song. But if you have Spotify Regular, you just listen to 30 seconds, which is cool.
Yeah.
You get a taste for it, and then you could just type in whatever song we talk about into your music platform and just type in, like today's episode, No More Drama by Mary J. Blige. Now, Mary J. is the queen.
Oh, yeah.
Mary J., I mean, the woman...
She's amazing.
I don't know why she's not... Like, why isn't she in the current music scene?
Maybe she doesn't want to be.
Like, when she performed at the Super Bowl halftime, it was just like, yo, the queen's here.
They probably paid her big bucks.
She's like, the queen's here. But I've told you before, I've been in the presence of the queen.
I know.
Have I talked about that on the show?
Maybe on BPD. I don't know about here.
So, one day...
I think you were going to save it.
Oh, okay.
We started to talk about it last time.
Mary J., I call her MJ. When I met her, I was like, "Yo, MJ."
No, you didn't.
Anyway, for some reason she was in our high school. Don't know why. Not a clue why. But she was.
Did she go to that high school?
No, not at all.
Huh.
She just was there.
That's weird.
And she was surrounded by all these bodyguards, and she walked right past us, and I was like, "Yo, that's Mary J." She's all of like 3 feet tall.
Oh yeah.
Surrounded by 18 bodyguards, like 8 foot tall.
Hey.
And I'm like, "Is that Mary J?" And yeah, it was her. She was just, I don't know why she was touring the area, or she might have been doing a performance in the city. I don't know.
Or maybe, does she have kids?
Not. Well, that would give it away, wouldn't it? Like, oh, my kids go to Long Island City High School.
But I'm saying maybe that's
who
why.
Knows? But anyway, she walked past. I saw Mary J. She was like 5 feet away from me. I was
so
like, oh,
you didn't meet her.
We breathe the same air. So based off of that, we're technically in New York City. We're married.
No, you're not.
We're married.
No, you're not.
Common law. Mary J. and I are married.
You're not.
No. Why are you the way that you are?
No, but it was cool. I've met several celebrities in New York City.
Yeah.
I'll save those stories for later on. When we do the John Lennon episode, I could talk about my story with John Lennon, my connection with John Lennon.
Yep. Which you did talk about on BPD.
Yes, several times.
Several times.
But the new audience will get to know my connection with John Lennon. I have
a legit connection.
A weird, legit connection with John Lennon.
A legit connection.
And I have a connection with Russell Simmons' ex-wife, Baby Fat.
Oh, I don't know her name.
Kimono Williams?
No.
Whatever.
Was it Kim?
Maybe. Angela Bassett.
Yeah.
I got a connection with her. I got a connection with the girl from Meet the Parents, the blonde girl, Terry Polo. Yeah. Got a connection with her. So
they're very small connections.
Yeah, they're connections. But I've actually spoken to these people.
Yes, you have.
Those I've spoken to.
You have spoken.
And I've been spoken down to by Yoko Ono. So Yoko, if you're hearing, it's cool. I don't hold a grudge.
Yoko speaks down to everybody, I think.
It's
she's allowed to speak
but what's
down
hysterical
to people.
is that she spoke down to me as she was looking up at me. I know. Like I'm 5'9" and Yoko's
2 feet tall.
4'10" is being generous. And she
She's
looked
as tall as your mom.
She looked up at me, and I swear to you, I felt like I was 3 inches tall. And I was like, why do I feel the way that I feel right now?
Well, let's not get into that.
Like, she hurt me. I was like, yo, like, I'm sorry. But anyway.
I didn't mean it.
Yeah. I was like, I'm doing you a favor here.
I didn't do it.
But anyway. So, enough of the rambling. Mary J. Blige, No More Drama. This is one of those songs that I wish was more, how do I say this?
I don't know.
I wish it was more popular than what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, back in the day, it was everywhere.
Yeah.
But it kind of faded away. Now, when you think of Mary J. Blige, what do you think? Real Love, No More. Personally, I have a whole laundry list, but a lot of people don't think about that of her older stuff.
See, I didn't listen to Mary J. a lot. I know this song, and I know like a few of her songs, but it wasn't big where I grew up.
And plus, your parents didn't listen to this stuff.
Right. I pretty much listened to what my parents listened to. And I mean, as I got older, yeah. But like I said, like Mary J was not big where we were.
Yeah.
Eminem was.
How?
I don't know.
Interesting.
But I remember like being older and watching the stupid Eminem videos where he was like acting silly and everything, like those.
I'm Slim Shady. Yes, I'm the real.
Yeah, like I remember those.
But do you remember Real Love at all? Real Love.
Yeah.
Yeah, that song, no matter what
Yeah.
I'm doing, I have to bump to it.
Yeah, it's a good song.
It is a phenomenal song. All right, so let's dive into this song.
Okay.
Tell me about this song. You tell me.
So, so this song actually speaks to Mary J's real life experience, even though she didn't have an actual hand in writing it.
Which was interesting. I always thought she wrote the song.
Yeah.
Because when she sings it, you could feel her pain in it.
Yeah.
And I get goosebumps when I think about it.
Yeah. She grew up experiencing and witnessing the type of BS you would expect of a young girl coming of age in the hood.
In the hood, baby.
In the hood. These are her words.
Yeah. You grew up in the hood too, didn't you?
No, I did not.
The mean streets of Boynton Beach.
Boynton Beach, yeah. Seriously. And, of course, when you're traumatized as a child, it's very difficult to get over those types of emotions and memories, which you have talked about before. So, and she said she also dealt with her fair share of drama as an adult. In the 90s, her love life was highlighted by a relationship of Casey?
Yeah.
So the skinny guy from Jodeci, who, despite being engaged to Mary, proceeded to unceremoniously dump her. And then the vocalist, oh, sorry.
Yeah, and then she fell into some the pitfalls of stardom, which is drug abuse, alcohol abuse, all this stuff because that's what she just fell into.
Yeah, it happens.
And you know who Casey is, right? You know him?
I know
Casey and JoJo. I will never find another lover.
Oh, him.
Yep.
Well, it said Jodeci, so
he was part of Jodeci. Casey and JoJo were part of Jodeci.
Oh.
They were not a boy band per se, but like Bobby Brown's group. Not Naughty by Nature.
No. I can't think.
Boys to Men, along those lines.
Yeah.
Jodeci was.
I can't think of Bobby Brown's.
You just.
I'm sorry, I didn't realize it would do that.
Bobby Brown's band, Bobby Brown.
And as soon as you say it, it's like on the tip of my tongue, and I can't think of it. And I feel so stupid.
Come on, you got it. Oh my God, seriously. This is gonna make you nuts.
I know it is.
You want to venture a guess?
I can't think of it right now.
New Edition.
Oh God.
Yeah. That should have been like right there.
I know.
So when this song came out, she had resolved to make some major changes in her life, and that's where the phrase "no more drama" came from. She's like, "Yo, that's it. I'm done." The dude from Casey and JoJo just dumped me.
Yeah.
He sang this song all my life, and it only lasted a few days.
It only lasted a year.
You got to go. You got to go.
I don't know how long it lasted. Not forever is the point.
Yeah. So she talks about how at the end of the day, none of us can stop someone else from doing us dirty if they resolve to do so. But what we could do is put ourselves in a position where we're not easily victimized, especially within this context from an emotional standpoint. So, I mean, like she says, you can't stop someone from treating you like crap.
Right.
You can control how you react to it and how you respond to it.
You can control if you're going to keep letting them treat you like crap.
Yep.
So you can take yourself out of the equation. Don't look at me like that. Yeah, okay. Think about what you're going to press.
If you guys don't see this, but she's beet red. Every time I touch that button, she just...
I turn the color of the button.
You turn the color red. Oh my gosh.
Such a stupid...
It's hysterical.
It's so stupid, but so funny.
We're talking about emotional damages and people getting abused, and it's just like...
Because people getting hurt is funny. No,
yeah.
I'm kidding. It's not.
Physical violence and emotional violence is always funny. No. Anyway.
When people hurt themselves, like, on accident, that's
the best part of TikTok, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. So, where were we?
No, so along the same lines, like from an emotional standpoint, when you're stressed out or upset, you make a conscientious effort.
Thank you for taking that, because I literally cannot say that word.
I can barely say that word.
I can literally not say that word.
I can't look at it because it looks like conscience.
Conscientious.
No, I can't say that. Okay. We're moving on.
He made an effort.
That you don't let that overtake you.
Yeah.
So that's the gist of what she's saying in this song, that she's not going to let people get to her or allow herself to be depressed, for any longer than need be.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you can't help it.
Yeah, sometimes you get the funk. I mean, there's days I wake up and I'm in a funk.
Right.
And I'm just in a funk.
Yeah, it happens to everybody. So along those lines, I'm rewatching Lost. Okay. So
Does it hold up?
It does.
I've been wanting to dive in. I'm just like... Ugh.
It does. I mean, it's...
But once they introduce the polar bears and time travel, I'm like, this is where I
stop.
stop.
The polar bears are early in the first season.
Then time travel. I take that back.
Yeah, the time travel is weird. But I just got to the part where, and if, people haven't seen Lost, well, too bad.
I don't care. It's been off the air for about 15 years. Yeah, you'll be fine.
I just got to the episode where Ana Lucia and Libby got shot by Michael.
Who's Michael?
The
the dad of the kid.
Yeah, that Walt that got kidnapped.
Why did he shoot them?
Because he was going to free Ben.
All right, forget it. We're going to dive into a lot. This isn't a Lost episode.
Okay, so anyways, I'm rewatching Lost. So there's an episode where Jack is talking to Kate about fear. Mm-hmm. And that he's explaining like this scenario that happened to him because he's a doctor. He explained this scenario where he accidentally ripped something in when he was operating. So anyways, so he got scared. Uh-huh. But he said he only let the fear do its thing for 5 seconds. Mm-hmm. He counted to 5. And then after that, he got to work. Mm. So that kind of makes me think of that. Like, yeah, okay, be depressed, be angry, be scared, whatever. But just let it sit for 5 seconds. Let it do
with
its
the
thing
anger,
for
yeah.
5
With
seconds.
anger and frustration, yeah. But with the depression, sometimes it just... You can't do it.
No, I know, but...
It's tough to get out of the hole.
But, yeah, I know. But I feel like, to some degree, it could be something that you try.
Yeah, for sure.
Not for every situation, but there might be certain situations where you're like, okay...
Like, when you make me sad, I can't count to 5.
But no, but like...
Isn't prayer enough?
But no, like, when you have kids, especially young kids, you can't... You really don't get to be depressed. You don't.
No. Just behind the scenes or when you're driving to work.
Because.
And in the parking lot of your job.
Because, like, they need you.
Yeah.
They need you to take care of them. Mm-hmm. Especially when they're little, when they're babies.
Yeah.
So you don't get that luxury of thinking about yourself.
I'm sad today.
No. You don't get a day off.
Yeah.
So, to me, like, in that kind of situation, like, I don't know. That's just...
I really don't know where you're headed with that.
I don't know either. But
you landed somehow, like you're almost skidded off the runway.
I crashed like the airplane in Lost.
No, you skidded. Like you were trying to land and you went back from the pass. You're like, no, we can't land right now. Let's make another turn. But you landed.
Yeah, I mean that's just it. Just made me think.
One
of that.
flight attendant got a concussion, but you landed.
It just made me think of that.
Yeah,
I don't know why.
Okay. Yeah. But it makes sense in a weird situation. Don't let the anger overtake you. Count to 5 and move on. Like Mary J said, let's just move on.
Yeah,
and let it go. No more drama.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's what I did in high school. I was like, yo, no more drama. No more drama for me.
With what?
This week, Sophia found how did she talk about my high school yearbook?
You started we were watching something, and you were talking about. It probably had nothing to do with what we were watching.
No, not at all, because our daughter is random. But she asked to see my high school yearbook.
No, you were talking about one of your math teacher.
Oh, my Mr. Fraunhofer.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mr. Fraunhofer. Hopefully you're still alive, buddy.
You were talking about him, and because I don't know why, but anyways, you started talking about him, and then I said you were trying to find him on Facebook.
Yeah.
I was like, you have a high school yearbook.
She wants to see what he looked like because he helped me get into college.
Right.
And even though he failed me when I had him as a teacher, he failed me, and I went to summer school because of him.
Yeah.
And I went to the first day of math class in summer school, and I said, this ain't for me.
It was
and I never came
like
back.
7 a.m.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, this ain't going to happen. Legit, I walked into class, and I remember the teacher was a small little Asian lady. And she's like, oh, are you Mr. Hernandez? No, hun, I kid you not. She had the roll call in her hand. This was 7 a.m. She's checking off. She's like, oh, da, da, da. She goes, oh, Andres Hernandez? And I said, this ain't for me. And I walked out.
I can only imagine the look on everybody's face when you said that.
Yo, straight up, they were like, what? And then I went to I failed biology and math.
Yeah.
Biology because I never went to class. Math because I was just plain stupid. I just didn't know math. So biology I actually went to.
I'm so glad that our kid is smart and does well in school and doesn't skip classes.
Yo, I graduated on the honor roll, so
I don't know how.
Don't come at me like that. I passed all my classes.
Yeah, because you were on the football team.
I passed my classes. I earned my grades.
You didn't pass biology.
No, because I didn't go.
Exactly.
If I had gone and applied myself, I would have passed. But I passed it in summer school.
Yeah. So but you also lied to your teacher and promised her you'd never get a job. And
that was chemistry. That was chemistry class.
I thought it was the same
thing. All right, so let's go back to Mary J.
Anyways.
So in the third verse of this song, it serves as an encouraging moment for the listeners to adopt a similar disposition. And reading between the lines, it's sort of like the vocalist is telling you, no one can change the past, but we can shape our future.
Yep.
And therefore, our minds should be more focused on making ourselves happy as opposed to getting bent out of shape via external factors.
Yeah.
Which
true.
is genius. Because
everybody does it.
Yep.
Everybody does that. I know I do that.
Yep.
And you definitely do that.
I know. I do. I do. So there's a quote here from Mary Jane. I'm gonna skip over the little part of the thing, and it says, "I go through the emotion of being a child growing up in the projects, getting robbed, growing up snatching our trick or treating bags, being shot at, having fight physically every day of your life, going home to an alcoholic aunt, and every woman around you being beaten so badly by men you can't even understand it, and then growing up and realizing you're repeating all those patterns. You're drinking the alcohol and doing the drugs and being abused by men, and the pain and frustration of not being able to stop it. I rewind through that every time I sing it. I want to give people the real truth." What was that?
I think that was Lily telling Bruce to stop.
Okay. They ruined the moment. So I mean, she's telling
people won't hear it.
Jeez. Bruce is gonna get bit in the face.
Yeah, we're gonna come out to blood.
Yeah. And Bruce is gonna walk in like, "Mama, she bit me." But
why?
I mean, she's real. She's real about it.
But I can see how she fell into that same trap because she grew up around it.
Yeah.
So when that's all you see, that's all you know, you think it's normal.
Yeah. And it's sad that it's the case with a lot of people.
Yes.
A lot of people grow up with stuff like that, and I mean, it's tough.
Yeah. But it also shows that she's not just a celebrity, she's a real person.
She's a human being.
And she has her own difficulties and issues that she has to deal with every day.
Yeah.
Because alcoholism and drug abuse, that's not something you just cut off and you're done. You're constantly, you are a recovering alcoholic.
Yep.
You're a recovering drug addict. You constantly have to,
fight it.
Fight it, yeah. So I'm sure she probably still goes to AA meetings.
And therapy.
Yeah, I'm sure she does.
Yep.
So
she still looks good though,
because that's not something that you can just
go
to a few meetings and you're good.
No, that's the rest of your life thing.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, but yes, she looks very good for her age.
So we're gonna stop here so we can play our music clip. So after these messages, we'll be right back. Got it. And we're back.
So Andre messed up.
Why are you so stupid, yo? You gotta call me out of my show. You my stupid.
Gotta keep it real.
Why are you the way that you are?
You love me. So we should have talked about who Mary J was before we went into the who Mary
Show
J
some respect.
is before we went into the song. So anyways, she grew up in Yonkers, which is uptown New York City.
Uptown.
So she was discovered back in 1992, maybe even sooner than that. But, and she was one of the very first R&B singers to drop songs over rap beats. Which is
awesome.
So she is known as the Queen of Hip Hop Soul. She legit is the queen.
That's literally one of the coolest nicknames ever.
Yes.
King of Pop. The King, Elvis Presley. Who would be the queen? Don't say Beyonce, please.
Why would I ever say Beyonce?
Because people say, "Oh, the Queen Bee." Like, no, jeez.
No. Mary J is Queen Bee.
All right. All right. So proceed.
So her style was very influential, and she somewhat experienced. Sorry, that sentence.
Don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it.
Anyways, so her style was influential to a lot of people.
Yeah.
So that was No More Drama is the title track of her 5th studio album. Sorry.
Oh my gosh.
Which was released on August 28th, 2001 by MCA Records.
I remember when that song came out.
I don't remember things like you do.
This is after. This is post concussions. I mean, this is pre concussions. So, all right then.
Sorry,
we didn't talk.
I had to take a drink of water.
We didn't talk about. Now that you mentioned Yonkers in Uptown New York, that we went to Home Depot the other day, and you were at the paint department, And so Kelly's she wants to paint one of her furniture pieces.
Yeah.
And so she's talking to the lady at the Home Depot, and she's like, "I want this color, this color." And the lady goes, "Man, they bugging out." And I looked at Kelly, I was like, "New Yorker." And she's like, "What?" And I was like, "New Yorker." She's like, "How do you know?" I was like, "Ask her." And so the lady's still making her paint. I was like, "Yo, what part of New York you from?" She goes, "From the Bronx." I was like, "Yeah, I knew that." And she's like, "How do you know?" I was like, "Nobody says bugging out." I was like, "Bugging out is an old one."
Yeah.
And then she's like, "Where are you from?" I was like, "Queens." She goes, "Ah." Okay. As soon as she said bugging out, I almost broke my neck. New Yorker. Kelly's like, "How do you know that?"
Well, but she kind of had a New York accent.
Yeah,
anyway.
but
like,
bugging out, I knew she was
very faint New York accent. It wasn't really thick.
When she said bugging out, I was like, she's from the city. I mean,
Yeah.
straight up city.
Yeah.
I was going to say Brooklyn or Bronx.
Yeah.
But yeah. So, No More Drama is one of our biggest hits internationally, too.
Yeah.
It tracked in 15 countries, and it broke the top 10 in both the UK singles and the UK R&B chart. I didn't know there was a UK R&B chart. How trippy is that?
Well, Seal is...
He's British.
British.
I didn't know that. Well, good for him. Seal, come on the show.
And he's R&B.
Yeah. Whatever happened to that dude?
I don't know. He married Heidi Klum, had some kids, got divorced.
He's divorced? Oh, well.
Well, yeah, they're not married anymore.
So, the music video actually earned Mary J. the 2002 Best R&B Video MTV VMA. The clip was directed by Sanjay Senaka. Senaka, I guess that's how you say it. Yeah. And it features P. Diddy, who Mary J. was friendly with back in those days, as well as Mariah Carey. Yeah. Yep. And it's funny because the Super Bowl brought all this stuff about.
I was going to say, didn't she perform this?
Yes.
Part of this at the Super Bowl? Okay.
Yep. Yeah, and that's the reason I added to the list, because I was like, I love this song. I hadn't thought about this song in so many years.
Yeah.
And when she performed, I was like, oh, No More Drama.
Yeah.
Great song.
See, they just don't make music like they used to.
No.
And I'm sure like our parents said that when they were listening to stuff that we listened to, you know. But legit, they do not make music like they used to.
No, they don't. Well, Adele does.
But I mean, it's few and far between.
Harry Styles has some good music.
Yeah, he does. But it's few and far between.
Yeah. But if you turn on the radio today,
I recognize nothing.
And the MTV Video Music Awards, I don't
know any of those artists.
No.
Like, I don't know what happened to where I stopped.
We got old. That's it. We got old. We got a house. We got a kid. We got 2 dogs. We have a swimming pool now.
An above ground swimming pool. We ain't rich like that.
We're adults. We're adults.
I know. But it's like, I don't remember at what point it stopped, that I stopped keeping up with it.
I would say 2000.
Maybe when Sophia was born.
2010?
Yeah.
9? That's probably it.
Yeah.
So, whatever.
Oh, well. Anyways.
So, now, what do you like about this song so much? We can just forget about the rest of the rest is just filler notes.
Okay. I mean, I just like
I just like Mary J.
No, I like the message. You know, that like it says, I'm tired of crying every night, no more fears. I don't ever want to get hurt again. You know, just it's like we've all felt that way at some point in our life. And I'm not saying to the extent that Mary J has, but in our own way, we've experienced tons of drama. And some people experience it now. I think we experience it now, too.
I avoid drama like the plague.
We try to avoid it, at least.
I avoid it. When I'm going to say, I'm like, no, I don't want to deal with it.
Just leave.
Yeah, I was like, no, I'm good.
But it's like, you know, I just like, you know, I like the lyrics. I like what she's saying. You know, I agree with it.
Yeah, I love it. Because when you listen to the song, even though she didn't write it, you can feel it in her voice that she is singing from a place that's deep, dark, and a place
personal.
Personal, and a place that not many people like to expose and show.
Yeah, they don't like to talk about.
Like, you don't want. I mean,
which I get.
I'm sure she didn't want to be like, yo, my parents, my family drank like crazy. They did drugs.
Yeah,
but this is a song that probably became therapy for her.
Oh yeah, for sure.
She was able to unload all this stuff off her chest and realize, you know, I don't need this trash in my life anymore.
Well, and I've, watching interviews with other artists, like when VH1 had that.
When they actually played music, yes.
And when they had that behind the music show.
Mm-hmm. Actually, Paramount Plus had, they tried bringing, there's like 2 episodes right now on it.
I heard they had tried bringing it back.
They did a Ricky Martin revisited. And they showed him clips of back in the day when they did the original one. It was actually pretty cool.
Yeah.
It was a good one.
Now I forgot what I was going to say.
With Behind the Music, I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah. So, like, a lot of artists, like I've heard and read in interviews that, they've all gone through, different things.
Oh, yeah.
And, there's always, and I'm sure they don't want to talk about it, but it's like but they're a celebrity too.
But
so
it's also therapeutic for him to write, and then with them writing the music, like Linkin Park, Chester Benningfield, his music. When you actually listen to the lyrics, he's hitting some heavy topics.
Oh yeah,
some heavy stuff, and like the song "Heavy."
Yeah,
that song gets me.
And I feel like their music came out at the right time.
Yeah, it did.
Because
there were so many angry youths at that time.
Oh yeah,
and that, myself included, it was just it helped unleash a whole bunch of anger and pain, and it was the right time. Yeah, them and Linkin Park. I wasn't a big Incubus fan, but Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, Puddle of Mud, Stained. Oh my God, Stained just spoke to me on such a weird level. They just came out at the right time, and they wrote stuff that had meaning and that you could relate to
for the time. And it's strange because they were a lot older.
Well, I think they wrote it when they were younger, and they were able to
maybe
write it. And they weren't that much older than us. Like, at that point in time, they were like 22, 24.
Yeah.
While we were 15, 16, 17. So it wasn't that much of an age gap.
No, it wasn't.
When you think about it.
So obviously, we know Chester Benningfield went through it, and...
Is it Benningfield? Oh my... Bennington,
I'm sorry.
Whoa, sorry, Chet. Whoa.
Sorry, Megan.
Wow. I don't know... I feel bad about that.
I don't know why I said that.
Bennington, yeah. Wow. Where did I come with Benningfield?
I don't know. You might have said Bennington, but I...
No, I said Benningfield, I think. I started it. That's on me.
Anyways. But, we know he went through stuff.
Yeah.
So, and since you said that, now, that they weren't that much older than us at the time, so it makes sense. They're writing about
when he died, he was 41.
Yeah. They're writing about... so they were only...
A few years. Well, he died 5 years ago now. So he would have been 46.
Yeah.
Now.
So he's
not that much. Less than 10 years older than us.
So, he went through the stuff that a lot of teens in the 90s were going through. Yep. So
90s and early 2000s. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. And that's the whole purpose of this podcast is I want to introduce people to songs and not just listen to growing up, when I was listening to, let's just say, for example, the Linkin Park song, Numb. Yeah. Just throwing something out there. Or, no, Numb's a good one. Yeah. When I was growing up listening to it, I just focus on the music. The heaviness of it.
The tone.
And then once I heard the lyrics, I was like, oh, whoa.
Yeah, once you really listen
there's more to this than just a heavy song and just these guitars and these beats and everything. There's more to it. And that's why I want to do with the podcast is introduce people to different songs. Like, I'm pretty sure there's a whole bunch of people that listen to this show that have never heard Mary J. Blige's song "No More Drama," or "Thunder Rolls." Yeah, there's plenty of people that have never heard that song. Yep. I'm one of them. Yeah, I never listened to that.
I know.
Thunder rolls. No,
it doesn't sound like that.
I know. On the road again.
No,
the thunder rolls. No, I'm kidding. No, but I never listened to that, and it's interesting to understand it and learn new things.
Yeah.
So that's what I want to do with this show.
But I think if you had heard certain songs when you were younger, you might not appreciate them as much as you do now.
Very true.
Most
definitely.
So country obviously was not a big thing in New York. So you would have had no reason to listen to it, and you wouldn't have appreciated it.
Yep.
But now that you're older and you've experienced life a little bit, you appreciate things more.
Yep.
So it's the same for me.
Yeah. So. I was looking at our numbers and our statistics. So we got people listening in Georgia, South Carolina, Florida.
Which Georgia? The country or the state?
The state.
Okay.
Let me get to the countries in a moment.
Okay.
North Carolina, Florida, Texas, Virginia, Massachusetts. I don't even know who's saying Massachusetts, but thank you.
They're not
So
like
100% of our listeners are on Earth. It tells you 0% Mercury, 0 Venus, 0 Mars, 0 Jupiter, 0 Saturn, 0 Uranus, 0 Neptune, 0 Pluto.
it's Uranus.
So Bangladesh, the B squad's rolling up.
Oh God.
The Dhaka division in Bangladesh.
What?
Dhaka division.
What the heck is that?
I don't know, but they're listening.
What the DACA is that?
Yeah, we got people in China.
Hey,
To our
that's
people
awesome.
in Sichuan, thank you.
Where?
Sichuan, Sichuan.
Sichuan. That is.
I don't know, but they're listening.
All right.
I don't know how to say thank you in Chinese, but gracias.
Sheshen.
Just Shishan. Now I just turned racist.
No, I think Sheshen is. I think.
Oh my gosh, hold on. Keep talking.
I'm pretty sure. Like, it's either Japanese or Chinese. I don't know. And I'm sorry.
I don't know how to say that.
Does it have the little microphone?
Micro.
Or the sound that you can listen to it?
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to play. Because I have the podcast recording, on. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What?
Hold on. 谢谢you to the Chinese
That's
listeners.
not what that said.
Anyway, whatever. So, with that being said, next week's episode. Oh, this got out of order.
Uh-oh.
Next week's episode. Let me pull up the spreadsheet. Next week's episode is going to be "Rolling in the Deep" by Adele.
All right.
Because this is the one we had to flip flop. This episode we had to flip flop with another one. So
Oh, we did?
yeah, you don't even pay attention, so you don't care.
Yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, we did the Garth Brooks first
Yeah.
this time around, but next week will be we're going back into the schedule.
Okay.
So the Instagram page is Listen to the Words Podcast, all one word. The email is listentotheWordsPod@gmail.com. And do you want to promote your stuff?
Crafty Kelly's Workshop. You forgot to play that.
I did.
Crafty Kelly's Workshop. Crafty with a K. Kelly is spelled Kelly. On Etsy and Instagram.
Okay. Is that it?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought you were going to promote Sophia's stuff.
Oh, yeah. Sophia's Signs Boutique on Etsy. She doesn't have an Instagram.
Sophia,
She's 10.
how you spell Sophia?
Sophia is spelled Sophia.
Yep. So with that being said, sign off.
No more drama.
No more drama. 金小鱼